Have you ever wanted to wear a full suit of armor, but you don't really have anywhere to go? And you just really wanted to look cool while you lounged on your couch eating bonbons and reading your smut. We've all been there. And some of us have just never gotten over that one time where Chapel Roan performed in this outfit, or Zendaya on the red carpet with this outfit. Like, I will never get over these. And then Bernadette Banner just released a video where she partnered with a few different people and made this incredible suit of armor inspired by Joan of Arc. And man, I need it at this point. So why don't we make some sweatpants that look like armor? And this was an idea I came up with back in the summer, but it wasn't something that I fully designed, and like, it wasn't a fully flushed out idea until somewhat recently. And I felt pretty clever, I had an original idea. But then Instagram wanted to let me know that no idea is original. I came across a small company that was doing basically the idea that I had. So I quickly looked away from them, and I have adamantly avoided them at all costs so that I would not be influenced by their designs. But if I can find them again, I will link them below, because from what I remember, it was pretty cool. And it was like one guy, I think. So small company, you know. What's wrong with my brain today? Not fully functional, unlike Data. I had been really busy with other projects, so I wasn't able to get to this one until now, finally. But we are in the appropriate weather for sweats, so came at a good time. And when I was finally ready to actually sit down and draw the concept design for this, I started the way I usually start my projects, with a Pinterest board. Just going through and grabbing some armor, some actual suits of armor, some fantasy suits of armor, and just some illustrations of armor. And with all these references right in front of me, I was able to doodle up this design, like most of my videos. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this. I have a vague idea, but this is gonna be a real mess around and find out. And I have no idea how this project is gonna turn out, because it might look like absolute garbage. I don't know, but I'm hopeful. And for fabric, I have just this sweat material. It's like fleece lined. It's on the thinner side. It's some amount of stretch in it. It's just soft. And I have pre-washed it, so we are ready to start making it. And then as for patterns, we're gonna make our own from sweats that I already own. So I have this hoodie that I really like the fit of, that was gifted to me by Red References, and it is so soft and cozy. It's one of my favorite hoodies. And then sweatpants, I have these Sanrio ones. They're slightly big in the waist, which I'm gonna fix in the pattern, but I love the fit of them, and they're long enough, which is always an issue for me when I buy sweatpants at the store. They are never long enough. And then I'm just walking around with like high water sweats on, which is not a good look. Nice length on these. And that brings us to the first part of this project. We have to make the pattern. Let's go. To make the pattern for the base of the sweats, I'm just tracing over this hoodie and pants that I really like the fit of. This is pretty straightforward, as there are no darts or seams that add any shaping. So I'm just getting the garment as flat as possible and then tracing it. This hood, on the other hand, is a different can of worms. I did this in the silliest way possible. I'm a pretty good creative problem solver, but sometimes at a detriment to my own sanity. But that's just how my brain works, I guess. I look at a problem and think, how can I do this in the most convoluted way possible? And then I do that. Okay, now that we have our pattern, unfortunately, I'm gonna need to make a mock-up to make sure this fits the way I like, and also to practice with the bits that have elastic, because I've never been good with elastic and knit fabrics in general. I just don't work with them very often, like hardly ever. And I just realized I don't even have the elastic that I need, so now I have to go to the store. And let's hope that Michael's has me covered. Let's make a mock-up, shall we? Pretty good. Pants are perfect. Didn't have to do anything to them. The top I've had to make adjustments to. I did, which I haven't fixed on my pattern yet, but I need to. I took about 1.5 inches off of the bottom and tapered it down so I'd have more of a diagonal shape here. Took 2 inches off of the sides and 2 inches from the shoulder. Since I have taken the shoulder up, my sleeve is now slightly too short. Well, I mean, it like sits perfectly, but with the way I want to do the sleeve, I want to do it the same way I did the pants, which I'll show you that in a little bit. But it's basically the waistband is sewn on and then flipped, sewn onto the, I'll show you in a little bit. Also, yes, I am still wearing my pants because they're very tight and it's kind of a pain to take them off. So I didn't feel like doing that. So I just put on my pants over it. Now I need to extend the sleeve a little bit. So I'm gonna fix my paper pattern and then cut everything out. And then I kind of need to like figure out how I'm going to attach everything. Because I think, and also before I even get that far, I need to actually pattern out pieces. So I guess that is going to be next. I am excited for new sweatpants, which is kind of a sad thing to be really excited about, but hey, these fit great and they're really comfortable. Yeah, I'm gonna take these other pants off and then put the sweatpants back on. Oh, and obviously I ran out of the green fabric, so I found this other sweatpant material in my stash and I sewed this sleeve on upside down. Whoops. But this is very cozy. Somehow I've managed to drink a whole Celsius and I'm so tired I could take a nap right now. So that's really fun. Was hoping to be working in the studio all day, but now I'm just gonna go read a book on the couch. So cozy time. All right, let's pattern out our armor, I guess.
Several months later.
So what happened was, I went to check to see if I had enough fabric for this project. I didn't. So I had to order more and it was not quick shipping. So I had to pivot to a new thing. And then like 4 videos went by because, you know, there was the office organization that I had to do because I wanted that done for the new year. And then Katie Keene Valentine had to come out, you know, before Valentine's. Here we are. And then also, okay, come on, let me be honest. All those things are true, but also I started to have a lot of doubt about this project. Can I make this project actually work? Is this gonna look stupid? It might look stupid. Oh my God. I have my overalls in the dryer. They are making a ruckus. So yeah, I was having a lot of doubt about the project. And then right around the same time as this project, I was also going through a burnout and creative slump. So that's why we kind of pivoted into the office organization where I didn't like need to be creative. And then I didn't really come out of that until Katie Keene. So I was just not feeling inspired and ready to come back to this project yet. But now I am. I'm motivated, I feel creative, I'm ready to do this with the understanding that it might look stupid. Failures are allowed. So I hope this looks cool, but it might look stupid, and that's okay. But I did manage through the whole office organization to keep track of the pattern that I made for this last year, which is absolutely shocking. Let me tell you, nobody is more surprised than me. I found it, we're cool. I think the best place to start is to cut out the foundation layer. So we're gonna basically make the pants and make the top. And then we need to start kind of patterning out the different pieces but I feel like I need the visual of the like base sweatshirt on me before I can do that. That makes sense, right? One of the ideas I came up with that I don't know if I originally came up with, oh, listen, the intro and parts of this were filmed months ago at this point, so I don't know what I have said and what I haven't said. But in order to get all the pieces on the sweats, like the armor pieces kind of connected to the sweats, I'm gonna use a double needle. So I bought a set of different size needles. And the cool thing about double needles, it allows for stretch, because the way it works is like the bobbin thread kind of goes at a zigzag between the two threads from the top. It makes a stretchable straight line. Granted, you have to have two of the straight lines, but it does make a stretchable straight line, which is perfect for this. But that's where we are in the project. Welcome back. Although it has only been, 10 seconds for you guys. It has been like 3 months for me. Maybe I should say that to myself. Welcome back, me. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so glad you could complete this project. Theoretically, I haven't done anything yet. Right, so I'm gonna run to the store and grab some thread, and then I will see you guys on the floor, on the cutting table, to cut everything out. We gotta cut it out, so let's do that. Time to finally cut out the base pattern. This fabric is super wide, and in order to cut everything out on the fold like I need it to, oh, there goes my camera. Oh, don't worry, it's fine. Like I was saying, instead of folding it in half, I take the ends and fold them into the middle. This gives me 2 folds to work with. I'm gonna use the serger to sew everything up. You don't need a serger at all for this project. This fabric is knit, so it doesn't fray. And you can just use a zigzag stitch to sew everything on a regular machine. I'm just lazy and this is faster. I've left the sleeves and the sides open just to make it easier for me to add the armor plates on later. But first, I need to make them. So that's what I'm doing here. Using my reference image to sketch out the rough pattern with a heat erase pen. I'm a real visual person, so this is just what made the most sense to me. Okay. This has the potential to be cute. I've drawn on my design and I like it. So we're gonna transfer these markings to tracing paper and basically make pattern pieces out of them. I didn't know what to do with the back. I had issues finding the back of armor, but the gorgettes, is that what this is? Pauldrons or the shoulder, I think it's a gorget or a gourdet. Oh God, this is that fall witch video all over again. Anyways, I think most of them kind of go to about like the back of the neck around here, and then it's a leather strap that keeps it closed around the neck from what I've seen. I'm no armor expert. So I've just kind of like given it a little circle around the back. And then I did bring the pauldron kind of down and back. I had to keep the mic here. I did bring the pauldron down and back. This is an odd pose. This does not hurt. Boy, does it look weird. Anyways, I brought the pauldron down in the back because I've seen them where they kind of like cover up the whole shoulder blade, and then brought it back around this way. And then we have it'll be 2 pauldrons. Like I've seen them kind of layered. And then there's this piece here that's like an elbow piece, but it's kind of going in the wrong direction because if this were armor, then this piece would stop me from bending my arm. And I think it's meant to go on the back of the elbow. So in the drawing, I have it facing up like I have it right now. What if we just get rid of the weird elbow thing and we can just do another layer for the pauldron and just have it come down a little bit more. I think that's a good idea. We're gonna do that. For the front, I think how I wanna do this is cut the sweatshirt here and then make this a layer and then the bottom a layer. So they're separate pieces sewn together instead of having more pieces on top of it. Does that make sense? Everything's gonna be double layered. It makes sense to me, so I'm gonna do it and then I can show you if my rambling does not make sense. which, fair. And then we'll go to the pants when the top is done because the pants seem hard. Maybe I can leave the center seam between the legs undone like I've done with this. And then that way I'm able to kind of like sew things flat. Is that how that design looks though? No. I mean, maybe. We might be able to get away with it. You know what? I don't see why not. Okay, we know the plan. Let's go. Break. That was a sad clap. Hold on. Break. Should not put that in my mouth. Now that I have that general shape and area, I can take it to my table to refine it. Then, when I'm happy with it, I make my pattern pieces by tracing them onto paper. I only trace half so that I can fold it and make it symmetrical. But these first pauldron pieces end up being too small, so I redo the whole thing, making them way more substantial. Those tiny little pauldrons wouldn't even protect me from a mosquito bite. Anyways, on to cutting! I cut around the pieces with about a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I should be more precise, but I'm real loosey-goosey with this project. Now I take them over to the ironing board and fold under the seam allowance. This is kind of tricky, getting the rounded edges to stay rounded. And this material didn't really want to stay in place. So after getting all the edges folded in, I flip it over and iron it again, and then let it cool completely before I move it. This does take a long time, yes, but this really helps keep the pieces looking nice and sharp. Now we pin. I'm pinning in a way that lets me fold over the top pieces so that I can get to the ones under it, because the ones at the bottom have to be sewn first. Sewing around the tight curves is quite difficult, and I definitely stretched the fabric out a little bit, but once everything was sewn down, I hit the fabric with some steam from my iron and it fixes it for the most part. I'm so excited. Are you ready? Let me show you. Check it out. Okay, stitching, wobbly. But you know, don't look too closely at it. From a distance, it looks cool as hell. I'm stoked. I was genuinely ready for this to be really stupid and be like, well, you know, we tried. But I'm very excited about it. This did take forever, as you can imagine. Top stitching all these pieces individually takes quite a long time, and you would think I would know that based on how long I've been sewing, but no, I'm just like, yeah, I can get this done in like a few hours. I'll never learn. I'll never learn. Also, my iron spit on me. Let's keep going with the top. I had thought about just leaving the edge of the bottom kind of just like loose and let it kind of curl up on its own. But I think I will fold it in and top stitch it like everything else because I would like it to make a rigid, like, I want it to be a point. You know? Also, you can tell when I haven't washed my hair in a while because I wear this bandana. This is my I cannot be bothered to wash my hair bandana. And yes, I am wearing it 2 days in a row. Meaning I seriously needed to wash my hair yesterday. I was gonna do it this morning, but then I went on a side quest designing a t-shirt and was really excited about getting back up here. So I was like, no, washing my hair is too much. Let's get back to the studio. So hopefully I'll do that at some point. Tomorrow? Who knows? But let's keep going with this. I don't know at what point I should sew it together. Let's figure it out. This part makes me a bit nervous, but I chop off the bottom of my sweater. And then I make 2 new pieces to hopefully give it that layered breastplate look. Sew them down just like before. Then I use the serger to close up the under part of the sleeve and the sides. To finish the wrist, I serge on a looped elastic to the end of the wrist. Fold that in and then sew it down using the double needle again. I just stretch the wrist out on both ends, trying not to pull it through the machine. It's a little tricky, but it works out. And this is how I finish the ankles and the waist too. I made this and it looks cool. Shocked. I'm a little shocked. And then I have plans for the hood, but I'm not gonna do it right now because it involves a little bit of embroidery and some patterning. But I think we're ready to move to the pants. And now that I've like made this, doing the pants should be a little bit easier. How do you hold Minx? Is it like you don't want to touch it? The little like, you, or like it's a little treat, like you're gonna nibble it? Grip it? So it looks like I'm just talking into my hand? Annoyed with myself. I'm super thrilled that the hood worked because I was not sure that it was gonna work. I mean, I wasn't sure any of this was gonna work, so it has been a good day all around. I'm so happy. This stack of messy paper is this. So I'm gonna like clean that up really quick and put those away before I lose these pieces. Not that I am gonna make another one, but you know, what if I do? What if I want to digitize this pattern at some point and let you have it? I can't do that if I just throw it away, which I am known to do. Sometimes I get overwhelmed with how messy it is and I just throw the patterns away. I know, that's a bad habit, but I'm working on it. I'm warm. It's too warm for the sweatshirt. And then once the bottoms are put together, I have another thing I want to try. And hopefully we won't ruin it. But we've already got the pants cut out, so okay. I think what I'll do, sew the pants around the center seam. I hate the other word. Feels gross in your mouth, you know? Like it's just like, So center seam around this way. And then I think down the sides and then leave the inner leg open just so that it's easier to work on. But what if the pieces go all the way around? We could just make them not do that then. What does it look like? Where's my phone? Reference images are helpful. Looking for my image. I know it's around here. So we kind of have a similar situation to what we did with the shoulders. I guess I can put my drawing up here so you can see what I'm talking about. And then, so there's like a knee piece, and then there's plates above it, and then the shin piece. We can have things go further back, like further around this way and past that seam. But then on the inside of the leg, we'll just have it end at the seam. That way we can leave the pants open and everything is like way more easier to work with. And then that piece in the middle, this section here, I'm not sure if I like that. I'm wondering if we could make a loose piece that kind of flaps around like a skirt. And then maybe we could also lay some chainmail on it and then kind of like airbrush over the chainmail so that we get a chainmail look on that piece. So it'll be like a chainmail skirt in the front and the back. That could be cute. I like that idea. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Pants time. These are done the same way I did the top. Drawing the rough shape onto the pants, refining it, and then making the paper patterns. For the chainmail skirt, I drew out a shield looking shape. I don't know. And then I take some chainmail I have lying around and lay it on top. What? Like you don't have spare chainmail laying around? Okay, if you weirdly don't have any spare chainmail and you are also wanting to make this yourself, I don't know what to tell you. I guess skip this part. I don't know. You'll have to come up with some creative problem solving. I believe in you. Anyway, after laying it on top, I stretch it out and take the airbrush and just go over it. This is my first time using an airbrush and they really take some getting used to. This part is the back of the skirt and it comes out really spotty. I don't know. And the front part is a little better, but still kind of spotty. I think they turned out all right though. We've done too many side quests today. And if you wanted to know how to remove acrylic paint from your carpet, it's soap and water. That's it. You just need to like do it immediately, wipe it up, soap, water. How do I know this? No reason. you know, sometimes we just acquire knowledge for the sake of knowledge, you know? You can't prove anything. Don't tell my spouse. Okay, don't tell them. The chainmail came out fine. Decent? I think, I don't know how I feel about it, but I have spent a lot of time on it, so I think I will use it. It's kind of cool. This one came out better than the first one, which is, oh God, oh no, married. I have to redo this one. No, that wasn't there. That was not there earlier. I put it over here for safekeeping. It did not keep safe. Happened over here too. This was the front. Where is it? There it is. Oh no, this is, okay. Oh, we're okay. All right, so this is the back. And I did spill paint on it here, but this part will be covered. So it is okay. So this side is a bit splotchier than the other one. Oh good. I'm so glad. I really didn't want to do this again. It takes forever. It's my first time using airbrush. This one definitely seems quite a bit smoother, but that's okay. This one's going on my butt. That's fine. And when I spilt paint on the first one, I went ahead and cut all the pieces out because I'm running out of fabric. I think I got like 8 yards of this. And this is the biggest piece I have now. It's all scraps. That's crazy, and I'm glad I got so much. I think I originally ordered like 3 yards, and I was like, that'll be plenty. No, that's plenty for like the base, but not anything else. I can't remember. I'll put how many yards I bought total in case you wanted to do this for some reason. Airbrush was fun to play with. Oh, let me tell you about me and what a dum-dum I am. I plugged the compressor in, and the compressor went, and then it stopped. And it was like the hose was plugged into the airbrush, and it just turned off. And I was like, what the hell? And so I unplugged it, plugged it back in, plugged it into another cord, and it wasn't turning on. I was like, oh my God, this thing is freaking broken. I just got it. Well, actually, I got it months ago, so I can't return it if it was broken. Turns out the compressor is only on if you are using the airbrush. So once you like push the little knob in, it turns back on and it's fine. That initial like was to like get air into the hose. So yeah, I had to read a Reddit forum to figure that out. To be fair, this person on Reddit had the same issue, so I am not the only dum-dum out there. I think we're done with the chainmail. I wonder if I've ruined this. I think if I just, no, it kind of just wipes off. Oh yeah, it just wipes right off. Yeah, it's fine. You know, for when I need to wear chainmail next time I go into battle. All right, another day down. Let's see if we can finish this tomorrow. Can we? Maybe. Depends on how many side quests I go on. If I can lock in, I think maybe I can get it done. I also need to do the thing with the hood. See you tomorrow. Time to prep and sew the armor for the pants. Starting with folding in the edges and ironing them all nice and neat. Pinning everything in place. And sewing everything down. After all the pieces are on, I use the serger to sew up the center seam and add the elastics to the waist and ankle. Y'all, I'm so sick of sewing. I've not sewed this much my entire life. This project has just been nonstop sewing. There's been more sewing than any other part of sewing, which is not usual. Anyways, listen. They are silly, but they came out pretty cool. All right, let me just show you. Ta-da! The shin guard ended up being a little crooked, but by the time I noticed it, I'd already sewn up the like center seam up around the ankles. So I would have to like undo that and then undo all the double stitching, and that just, I wasn't down. These are so silly. I can't decide about the little like chainmail skirt. I think it adds to it. Adds to the silly charm. And not to brag, but I washed my hair. Righto. String. Your very long string. I don't want you. The next thing I think is I'm gonna try to airbrush this. And this was always part of the plan. I don't know if I stated this in the very beginning or not, but I want to put shadows under each of the plates and then maybe like highlights on the like center part where highlights would be, because it just all blends in together since it's all the same fabric. And it's kind of hard to see the details in it. Oh, should we put hardware? I had thought about that. I think that would look cool. My shoulder hurts. I think I was like trying to reach under me and like between my legs to grab the back of the pants to pull it forward. This was before they were sewn together. And I think I pulled my shoulder, which makes me feel really old or just extremely out of shape. Because like, how are you gonna pull your shoulder just by reaching behind you a little? Come on, get your life together. All right, so technically she's done and we can stop here. But we won't. I think I will add some hardware. Well, let's not fiddle faff around anymore. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's keep going. I'm a little tired. Is it obvious? Can you tell? I'm gonna go. Adding all the rivets was quick work thanks to my new pressy guy that my spouse got me for Christmas. I used the awl to make the hole and then place the rivet inside, snap the end in place, and then use the press to, press them closed. I don't know how many rivets I added, but it was somewhere in the sweet spot of adding the bare minimum and adding way too many. I had a limited number of rivets, so I had to be very choosy with their placement. Onto the visor for the hood, which I guess is not something I have talked about, but we're doing it anyway. I saw an Instagram post for a hoodie with an attached sleep mask. So I'm trying to make something like that without looking at the original because, again, I have to make it harder for myself and I just wanted to figure it out on my own. The main issue I kept having was the bottom of the mask pulling the hood back when the mask was folded up. Here's where I stopped at mock-up 7. I did fix the issue I was having, but it looks kind of silly. I don't know, I guess it's fine. Maybe I'll sleep on it and figure it out. I have spent entirely too long on this hood, but I think I got it now. My issue with it yesterday was that the visor part was so big. Like, it was absolutely massive. And so it was just kind of like making it come out. I don't know, it just looked a little silly. At the end of the day, I was like, this is it. This is as good as it's gonna get. Let's just go with it. But it was bothering me. So last night after I left, I just thought about it a lot more. And I needed it to be this wide in order to go back and fold in to sit on top of my head and not pull the hood back and make it look weird. So I thought, well, why do I need it to connect all the way? You don't, right? So after a few more mock-ups, I can't even tell you what version of hood we're on. Probably around 10, probably more, honestly. But my mic magnets to the studs. Awesome. So this is what we have ended up with. So here it is back. And it is pulling, but it's just like the way I have it pinned. I think it's fine. And then we pull it out, and there we go. And, okay. Stop it. And then here is the little patch of embroidery that we did. And it's just gonna go here. So it's like a visor. Huh? Yes? And so I want it to kind of come down to a little bit of a point so it looks like a helm. I think I've done it. Whew, buddy. So I've done it. So now we can quit faffing with the hood and finally get on to freaking airbrushing, which is the thing that I've been really looking forward to. Let's move along to airbrushing. Yes! Time for airbrushing. Airbrush time. Airbrush time. I was so nervous about doing this, so I made myself a couple of practice armors to play around with. Oh, I'm also stuffing my face as I work. I know this doesn't look super appetizing, but it's my obsession meal at the moment. It's basically a California roll, but no rice and extra cucumber. It's so freaking good. Anyways, after practicing for like, I don't know, 2 minutes, I move on to the pants, praying I don't completely ruin them with my audacity. There's a glare from the window on the other side of the room that makes it really hard to see what I'm doing. In the moment, it didn't look like I was doing anything. Like you could barely see the shadow at all. But in the camera, it is way more noticeable. After the shadows, it's time to add the highlights. Now, this is the opposite problem. These you cannot see well in the camera, but they really add some depth in real life. Oh boy, we finally finished. I'm tired. That was a lot of work. I did not think it would be that much work. But again, I don't really think things through. I just have a point A, and then there's point B. Point A being the concept and point B being the finished product. And there's just kind of nothing in between these two things. It's just, you get there. No thought into like steps on how to get there, just like, you just do it. I went a little overboard on the airbrushing on the pants, and I'm not thrilled about it. They're not ruined, but I definitely did a much better job when I moved to the top. It's a lot more subtle and looks a lot better, but you know, I had a whole pair of pants to practice on, so I wish I had done more practicing, but that's just not who I am. We live with our consequences. And you know, the whole project, like, are a lot of the stitch lines wonky? Yes, yes they are. But is it gonna protect me against the renegade knight who thinks I have slighted him in some way? No, it's just cotton. Why would you even ask that? That's a very silly question. They're sweats. I feel like you don't understand this project, but we're done and I'm happy to be done. And now we must move on. Oh, real quick. Let me just do the whole like thing where I ask you to like and subscribe and comment. Let me know how you feel about these sweat armor sweats. Do you have a good name for it? Because I don't know. Medieval lounge wear. No, I don't. Y'all are clever. Somebody's gonna come up with a really good name. And if you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. Let's finally do this reveal. Let's go.